Hello everyone, welcome. Today we're going to be doing some more speed paint testing. I'll be painting Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker, and Padme Amidala for Star Wars Legion. To prep these models, I superglued small rocks and sand to each base. Then I applied some watered down PVA to the rocks. For this army we're going to go with a forest theme. I primed these models with Vallejo Gray Surface Primer and dry brushed some matte white on top of that to add some brighter highlights. I'm going to be jumping back and forth between models here, mostly in the sequence that I painted these. I used Crusader skin for their faces and hands. I will say the Crusader skin doesn't really work well on fair-skinned models like Padme. I tried thinning it down, but that didn't really work. In the end, I ended up completely just repainting her face. You can't see it thanks to the magic of editing, but the yellow pigment in the sand golem ended up bleeding over quite a bit here. I ended up having to do a lot of touch-up work on Obi-Wan's face. You'll see that later. Here I'm removing some of the speed paint with water. Speed paints really remind me of gouache paint. You can apply water kind of like chipping medium to remove selected areas pretty easily. I decided I wanted these pouches to be more brown, so with a little bit of water I just wiped the purple off. They were looking pretty decent, but I had to fix some spots mainly on their faces, and at this point the only way to do that is to apply some varnish so the speed paint can't keep reactivating. Then reprime the areas you want to touch up and repaint them. So that's what I did, cleaning up Anakin's hairline, Obi-Wan's face and shoulder armor, and Padme's face as well. I had a lot of trouble getting the skin on Obi-Wan and Padme's face to look right, but eventually I got it. I used crusted sore on Anakin's facial scar. And finally, I carefully painted their eyes, pupils, and eyebrows. I did end up doing a fair amount of cleanup for that too. I really do not enjoy painting eyes. At that point I painted a white line on each side of the lightsabers, as you can see. For the bases I used oak brown, dark stone for the rocks, ash gray for the highlights. Then I added some thinned down camo cloak and a bit of thinned down cloudburst blue to the rocks. Once that was dry, I glued some flock and some grass tufts to the bases. And with a coat of black paint around the rims, they were looking finished to me. I kind of have mixed feelings on speed paints after this project. I still like them, they just don't work as well on certain things. I don't really like the Crusader skin that much. I ended up painting over a lot of that and it just kind of felt very limiting. It's great for tanned He-Man and that's pretty much about it. Speed paints don't always look great on fabrics either, but they do get the job done if you aren't terribly picky. There's a bit of a learning curve to using them since they reactivate so easily. If you're doing any layering, they do tend to bleed into each other. But overall, I'm pretty happy with how these came out. I'm not so good at painting faces, so this was a good practice for me. Hopefully this video was helpful if you're considering using speed paints to paint any of these models. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below and I will get back to you. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate it if you would like and subscribe. That's a great way to support the channel. I hope you have a good day and I will see you later.